Hello Aries, my little first fire signs. You're the first of the first. You are the first house in the zodiac. You are the first of the fire signs. Rock on you. So, being the first house is what people see and the impression that you give. Now, not only is that the first house in the zodiac, but because you're Aries, that is your first house as well. So it's very strong for you, and as you know, being an Aries, this is the energy around you, and you are a fire sign, so you're kind of out there, you're impulsive. Now, your statement is, Aries is I am, and it's a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs are the first of the seasons, so to speak. Aries has got some really good things. It's really good at self-expression, it's assertive, it's got great initiative, courage, out to wazoo, and it's pretty enterprising. It's the sign of the ram, so it's a leader and it's masculine, and when it gets a bit cranky, it puts its head down and goes a bit like a mini bull. So it's areas that it needs to work on is that it can be a little bit forceful, a little bit aggressive, a little bit wound up in its ego, and a tiny little bit combustible. So if you get really angry, it's kind of like batten down the hatches and get the fire extinguisher, because shit's gonna happen. Anyway, so what I've done for this month is set it out for the 4 weeks of September. I've set it out so that your sun, so this is the area of your purpose and your destiny. It's kind of what people see, the external, and what's driving you. I've set out the moon for your unconscious and things that you aren't perhaps showing, or that haven't perhaps showed up yet, and things that you might be hiding or unconscious of. So we'll have a look at those, and then at the end we'll have a look at some advice for each week. So for the first week, you are on an absolute winner. You've got the World card. Sorry about the glare. You've got the World card. Now she is, the World card is sometimes interpreted as similar to the Wheel of Fortune. It's cycles and revolutions and, all things balanced, ends and beginnings and ends and beginnings. Whereas with this particular card, I just hear sitting on top of the world. She's just so magical, and it's like she's got these divine hula hoops, out each hand, and she's just spinning them to create whatever she wants. And if you look, she's not happy, but she's happy, but she's serene in that. So it's like you couldn't start off September with a better card, and everybody sees you shining. It's like they will look at you and think, man, they've got it all. Look at them. They've got the world on a string. So it's beautiful. And even when I looked at this and just went, oh my goodness, because the moon side is the high priestess, and she's so connected. She is connected to the divine. She might not be very verbose when, she might keep it a lot to herself, and that's fine, especially in this position. As long as you, in this position, make sure you don't live in this 3D la-di-da-di-da without making sure you're grounded between the spirit and the 3D. So keep your gratitude with this card. Make sure you sit in gratitude for what the universe has provided you in the 3D. Keep that in mind. Just be grateful and humble in the joy that you're feeling at the moment. The second week, and I will get to these towards the end. The second week, here you are in all your glory. This is the Queen of Wands. This is you, Aries. You are a fire sign, and here you are sitting in the Queen. She is, again, passionate, attractive, sunny in her disposition. She's friendly. She's approachable. She emits joy to other people. She's just glorious. I love it. I love it. But if you look, she's looking further. She's not looking at herself. She's not sitting in ego. She's and it's almost like she's got her wand behind her, so she's holding on to her power, but she's also got a sunflower to share that with others, to extend her joy and her luck with other people, which is beautiful. And in the layout, she's looking directly at the King of Pentacles in the moon position. Now, this could be a hidden desire she has for someone in her life. If it's someone in your life, it could be male or female. Reverse the roles however you want. It could be male or female, but it's someone in stability. This is the Queen and this is the King. So she's looking for, is it the King? Yes, it's the King. Wake up. She's looking for somebody who's stable, grounded, secure, and a good provider of not only financial and material stability, but emotional stability, and not too busy looking down at the coin, keeping an eye on the coins to be able to look up and see her and share it. So I think that in the moon position is what she's truly seeking. Now, whether it's subconscious and she's consciously standing in her own power but subconsciously seeking a partner, or it could be that she has this partner and she wishes that they were more like this but doesn't say anything. And it could be that she doesn't have a partner and she knows she's seeking someone in this energy. So see how that resonates, and do let me know, because the way it was laid out, she's definitely looking towards him in the layout. And it's quite a beautiful coupling, actually. Because she's passionate and he has the strength to not wash out that fire, like put out the fire like a water sign, but ground it and keep it, nice and stable and steady. In the third week, you've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, this could be a young person, but it's a message, and he's got his eyes closed and he's holding it out. So it's almost as if he's unsure about the reaction he's going to get from the message. It's something coming in though, and it's either a small offering or it's a note or a message of some kind to provide a tentative offer. It's almost like, I've got this thing for you, or this idea. I'm not sure if you'll like it or you'll want it, but I thought I'd give it to you anyway and see what you think. It's that kind of message. In the moon position is the Knight of Cups, and she's leading with her heart, but she's got it covered. So it's and pairing with the Page, they're both offerings. They're both almost gifts coming in, and but in the moon position, it's almost like she really wants to accept this offer. Her heart is pulling her towards the light of the offer, but she's still got her hand slightly over her heart, in that I'm being led to it, but not with both arms out going Superman pose, flying towards it. It's a very emotional pull though. I do love that card, it's quite beautiful. And it's almost like the universe is pulling her there. So the third week will be interesting. There'll be a couple of things coming in. Not huge, not turmoil, and no majors there, but you know, a couple of things coming in. The fourth week, you'll be going inside. You'll be going into hermit mode to think this through. One of the reasons being is, if you follow the advice, you will need some time to think this through, which is fine, because in the moon position, and if you look, the Hermit's got his back to the Nine of Cups. Now, I have a deck where the Nine of Cups is shown as the cat that swallowed the canary, and I love that. It's like, it's just like the cat that swallowed the canary, almost smug. Oh, I keep hearing na 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 na, look what I've got. That's what I hear, and that's in the moon position. And in the sun position, the Hermit is really going in. Now, another card fell out for this moon position, and it's the Star card, which is quite beautiful when you look at her. She's quite beautiful, but she's just, it's like, this is, when it came out on top of the Nine of Cups, I instantly thought, be humble, be grateful that you've received this. This na 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 na, it's a gift. It's like in the first week, it's a gift, but stay humble, stay grateful. So the first week and the last week are giving the same messages. You are being gifted this month. You are receiving this month, but please don't forget that the universe is in your corner, and that you work together. It's a joint effort. So don't forget that when you're getting all these bonuses. And don't get me wrong, it's you know, like being kissed on the ass with a rainbow. It's a beautiful read, but the you know, suggestion, advice is to don't let your ego run away with you. Don't step into that. I keep seeing, you know, the thumb on the nose and the wiggling of the fingers. I keep seeing that. Anyway, moving on. with the first week, and I found these fascinating because we're working on the light path. I liked to use some light guidance for September. So at the end of the first week, with the World and the High Priestess, beautiful combination. You got Answer the Call. Now, you couldn't have two better cards behind you in order for you to seriously sit and answer the call. To sit in that power and commune with Spirit and the universe and ask for guidance on why you are here, what's your higher purpose, and then to step into it. You've got two sensational power cards. The World, which is like, here we go, I'm handing you the world, and the High Priestess is in full commune with Spirit and the divine, and there you go. It's like, talk to your soul, talk to Spirit, because you've got everything you need in order to do that. And that's in you. You've got that in order to really have a discussion on where you're going and what your soul wants you to do, not what your ego and others want you to do. In the second week, where again you're doing very well, and you've got the King and the Queen. The card that came out is the Priestess. So you've got the High Priestess in the first week, and you've pulled the Priestess card in the second week. So in the first week, find out what you're supposed to be doing, what your calling is. And in the second week, please, can you see that? In the second week, it's like, how are you being called to step up and lead? Well, you've got the King and Queen. If they're not a pair of leaders, I don't know who is. And you've still got the Priestess, so you still have the power to do what you are supposed to be doing. Are you doing it? Are you living in a higher vibration in order to help others? This is what September is calling you to do. And this is why it's giving you all the support you need in order to do that. All of it. It's just landing it in your lap with this intention. You know, this is what September is all about, and this is what we are giving you in order to help you find it. In the third week, when the gifts are coming in, the card that you've got is a release card. So the gifts, I'm pretty sure, is the strength and the emotional pull to release that is getting in your way of stepping up into your full power. That's the gift. You are being gifted a very gentle way and an opening in order to hand that stuff over and let it go. Anything that you've been told, you know, this is soul patterns and past lives, and anything that you've been told that's keeping you bound to old beliefs and old patterns, you can let go and you can say, no, that's not me. I've been talking and I've been listening to the universe and to my inner knowing, my higher self, and I've discovered that this crap doesn't fly anymore, so I'm just going to cut the cord and let it go. Thank you for teaching me the lessons I've learned. Thank you for providing me the tools I needed to now do what I need to do. But I've got those tools, so I don't need them tied to my ankles anymore because they're keeping me from moving on. Again, with the gratitude and the release. In the last week, it's saying to take a break And I find this really good, really beautiful advice, because once you get on this path, once you step onto the light path and have this moment where you discover your true self and what you are meant to be doing, you almost have this shot of energy and desire to progress. It's almost like a horse coming out of the gates. I've been held back and I didn't realize I was being held back until the gates flew open and I can fly. So you want to. But if a racehorse, and forgive me for using this analogy, it's just popped into my head because I really don't like horse racing. Anywho, moving on. If a racehorse was to fly out of the gates and keep galloping, trying to find the end of the race, it wouldn't ever find the end of the race. It'd just drop dead from exhaustion, and it wouldn't be able to progress. And that's what spiritual elevation is. It's not a race where there's an end, and it's certainly not a race. It's a process. So when the gates open, by all means walk out the gates. Otherwise, you're just going to stay trapped in your own mind. Walk out, but have a look around. Look at the path ahead of you and see. Take it easy, take it gently, because that way you'll miss potholes. That way you'll miss, other people running into you, and you'll be able to see and enjoy the vision and the process around you. So I think that is a beautiful September for you. I really do. I really do. Now, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to end this with a rebel card, because I think we need some fun advice to finish it up. Shit's going down with your job, apparently. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. This has a lot to do with this. And I love that connection. I just love that when Spirit goes, here, let's tie all this together. Your job could be your job, your career, or it could be the mask you're wearing that everybody's told you should be. So I go, change your perspective or fucking quit, and be true to yourself and answer your call. All right, my loved ones, I hope this is awesome for all of you, and I hope it resonated. Okay, love you, lots, hugs and kisses.